Loading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it, you're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Experience at the 15th year anniversary of our Christian Premier Lady to Lady Conference 2024, themed Clothed in Grace, you'll be clothed in grace, revived, set ablaze, and become a blessing to others. Join us at the prestigious Fairfield Concert Theatre Hall in Croydon, Greater London, on Saturday, June 15th, 2024. Doors open at 10 a.m. Admission is free, but registration is required. It's where miracles happen, lives are transformed, hope is restored, and stories are forever changed. Our story mirrors that of Mary and Elizabeth, two ordinary chosen women who gave birth to greatness. Meet Mel and her mum, whose relationship blossomed into a beautiful friendship and thriving business partnership, thanks to a powerful moment of forgiveness at the Lady to Lady Conference in Croydon. Chuck and Constance defied the odds and became proud parents after attending Lady to Lady, truly a catalyst for a baby boom. Come and witness the miraculous. Attendees have reported seeing breast lumps disappear after our conference. From despair to success, stories like Evelyn's remind us that there's hope even in our darkest moments. Join us as attendees share their journeys of overcoming adversity and excelling in life. Experience the power of faith and transformation at Lady to Lady. Our conference has revitalized ministries and sparked profound spiritual turnarounds. Love also finds its way at Lady to Lady. Fiona received a marriage proposal just 4 months after attending the conference. Today, she's happily married. Join other amazing ladies at our annual conference and be part of the next chapter of miracles and transformations. Reserve your spot today for Clothed in Grace. Visit www.ladytoladyglobal.org or call us at 0203 983 9394 or find us on Eventbrite. Just in case you're wondering, is this for me? Yes, it is for you. See you there.
This is Starr Radio UK.
The best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Wednesday edition of the Morning Show. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Today is the 12th day of June, the year 2024, with the time now 10 minutes to the top of the hour. And let me say welcome, welcome, welcome. But you don't know me, you want to know? Yes, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so from now till exactly 12 o'clock when I bring the curtains down for the program, I'm going to be a captain. I'm going to make sure I bring you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As I say all the time, it's making the headlines. But rest assured of one thing, I'm gonna touch on it. All right then. Yes. So now let's crack on, and let's look at some of the issues making the rounds today, or how the program is going to go. So I'm going to, let me say morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, wherever you are. Francis, good morning to you. Mr. Lami Koike, good morning. Aziz, good morning. Bishop Adeshina, good morning. I know it's a bank holiday. Back in Nigeria. Let me say good morning to you. Mavis Akufu, good morning to you as well. Let me say a special good morning to Mr. Sir Moses. To my brother Felix, good morning to you. Mr. Kofi Ali, Yakin, wherever you are, good morning to you as well. And let me say good morning to Kojo D. Kojo, I hope you are doing very, very well. Felix, morning to you as well. Mr. John Chabiri, CEO of GL Accountancy Services, our money man, I salute you and the family as well. And as well, everyone who's tuning in this morning to listen to us. Pastor Momo, it's been a while. I hope you are doing very well. Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, good morning to you. Reverend Michael Esiama, and all Power Word International members, leadership and members, I salute each and every one of you for another special program this morning as well. Wow. The Power Hour that comes away from Wednesdays to Saturdays from 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. So you don't have a place to go to pray. Yeah. I will admonish you to join in on that. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's have a look at some of the program outline for you. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit. Then the travel update as well. We'll look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is the global trotting. Then after which we'll come back to have a look at the details of all of them. Then at 11:45, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussion. Then after that, we'll move on from there to bring you to bring the curtains to a close. Of course, the program will not be void of music. I'm going to bring you music as and when we go on. So wherever you are listening to us, massive good morning to you. Mr. Yahweh, tell me free here. I salute you, sir. I hope you are doing very, very well. And Mr. Malik Dramani Mahama, good morning to you. To all the NDC stewards, the MPP supporters, and the leadership, all the party PPP. Hey, yes, I salute each and every one of you and your executives. Yeah, you know where to find me, so feel free to do so. All right then. Katie, good morning to you. Now, the quote for the day says, all success follows a logical sequence by which everyone can repeat and achieve same results. All success follows a logical sequence by which everyone can repeat and achieve same results. The other time somebody was telling me that it differs, is looking at it that, no, it's not true. It's not wholly true. And I said, how? But what do you think about that quote for the day? Now, this afternoon, we'll see patchy cloud and sunny spells for most with just the odd shower. Eastern England and Eastern Scotland will be cloudier for some with a better chance of a shower, staying cool as well. Tonight, most of the UK will be dry with plenty of clear spells. Northern Ireland will see thick cloud moving in during the early hours. It's going to be spreading to far western England and Scotland and Wales later. But when it comes to London and the southeastern part of England, this is what it's going to be. Well, this afternoon we'll see a mixture of patchy cloud and sunny spells. This becoming more frequent as the day draws on. The odd shower possible to start, but any will soon clear and to turn dry. Now, this evening we'll see the conditions remaining dry with prolonged clear spells and a few patches of cloud lingering. The skies will clear completely in the second half of the night as well. Top temperature is going to be 17 degrees, the lowest 8 degrees. Pollen level moderate, UV level moderate, pollution low. And sunset is going to be 21:18, and then sunrise for tomorrow morning is going to be 04 for the 3 hours. That brings us to the end of the weather forecast. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let me take you to the travels as well. Keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads. Also, keep navigated our promise, our bond. The Starr Radio travel app that comes to every day from 10:40. It's now 10:56, and what has your travels got for you? On the underground this morning, the Piccadilly line is experiencing minor delays between King's Cross, St. Pancras and Acton Town westbound, only due to an earlier signal failure at Finsbury Park. Now, good service on the rest of the line. Now, when it comes to the Victoria line as well, severe delays due to an earlier signal failure at Finsbury Park. London Underground tickets will be accepted on London Overground, Great Northern, Thames Lane, Greater Anglia, Southwestern Railway, and local bus services. That aside, all the other underground lines are running good service. But London Tramlink good service, the DLR is having experiencing part suspension and minor delays. No service between Gallons Reach and Beckton due to a trespasser on track at Gallons Reach. Minor delays on the rest of the line though. Now, when it comes to the London Overground as well, minor delays between Barking Riverside and Gospel Oak while they help an ill passenger on a train. Good service on all other routes. Well, let me take you straight to the major roads in London and let me tell you what is happening there. On the major roads in London as well, A24, A40, North Circular, A406 and South Circular A205 are experiencing serious delays. So if you can avoid them, do your best to do so as well. And that takes us straight on to the river bus, where I can tell you assuredly is running a good service throughout. The London cable car as well running a good service at 3 minutes to 11 the time. bringing us to the final segment of the travel update, that is the national rail. But continue to keep your eyes on the roads as we keep you navigated. Avanti West Coast, First Transparent Express, Great Western Railway, Heathrow Express, and Northern Rail are all experiencing minor delays. However, ScotRail is providing special services, so please check before you leave. However, all the other lines or railway networks are running a good service this morning. But all in all, as we say, keep your eyes on the roads, and we promise you one thing for sure: we will keep you navigated. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a quick break. We come back, and I bring you what is happening where on your Global Trotting this morning. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Before we go on to bring you all that you need to know when it comes to the global trotting or the news that is making the rounds across the globe, let me put this announcement through. Faith Revival Assembly presents Free to Worship, featuring Reverend Bruce Gate, aka Uncle Ato, and Minister Ken and Cheska. Chesha, yes, they will be also ministering the FRA Choir and Glorious Temple Choir of the Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries. Now, the dates are 22nd June from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and the 23rd June from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The venue, Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road, Croydon. The postcode CR02EA. And hosts are Reverend and Lady Reverend Annan. So make a date with them. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, another important program that is taking place as well, the Lady to Lady Conference 2024 is taking place. The 15th Annual Women's Conference will be taking place at the usual place venue, that is Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall in Croydon. The postcode is CR9 1DG. Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall, Croydon, postcode CR9 1DG. The theme is Clothed in Grace. Doors open exactly at 10 a.m. And if you want further information, you can scan the QR code on the platform or visit www.ladytoladyglobal.org, and you have all the information that you need there. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's go global trotting. Well, President Bola Tinubu has given a national broadcast today, being the Democracy Day. What lessons are supposed to be learned from there? We'll be telling you more about that. President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday delivered the 2024 Democracy Day speech, addressing a variety of issues affecting the country. Tinubu pledged to implement democracy as Nigeria's way of life. I will be bringing you the full text in a moment. Unemployment to worsen as DIGO, Guinea's subsidiary, exits Nigeria. So the other time we had one, is it a critic or one of the Asnan people also admonishing government to make sure that they put better or deals in place so that foreign entities, companies can still remain in Nigeria, especially when it was counting a few companies that have left the country. Now, Diageo, the beverage company of Guinness, Nigeria, has exited Nigeria, joining a growing list of multinational organizations that have recently left the country. Well, I'm going to be telling you more about that as well. So wherever you are, don't go away. But Nigerian government has announced date to complete the first section of the Lagos-Calabar Highway. We'll be telling you more about that. Well, it's saying the Nigerian government has announced that the first section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway will be completed by May 29, 2025. Oh, man. Now, on the Democracy Day, well, APC is tackling Atiku PDP over Tinubu's criticism. Well, let's see what they have there as well. And in other stories, now PDP sends key message to APC Nigeria that Nigerians are angry. Well, but they are also coming to debunk that fact. We'll be bringing you more about all that in a moment. Wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Mr. Dangote, okay, Nigeria petrol from Dangote refinery to hit market by July, Dangote has said. Mr. Dangote explained that the date change was due to a delay that prompted the shift from originally proposed date of June to mid-July. So let's see what is going to bring about. Now, let's remember sacrifices of fighters of democracy we now enjoy. And then some other stories making the rounds from Nigeria as well. Now, court has fixed date to deliver judgment on Labour Party candidacy tussle at the that's Edo election results. We'll be bringing you more about that. The final one that we'll be looking at this morning: respect and protect democracy, Peter Obi says. Now, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has called on the masses and political leaders to respect and protect the institutions of democratic state by obeying the governing laws of the state and being accountable to the people. Somebody will say, well, it's easier said than done, right? Yes, right. Okay, moving on to other part of the world as well. The Starr story was confirmed yesterday after the plane that was carrying Vice President of Malawi and 9 others was found at a mountainside where all on board were said to have died from the incident. So we'll be bringing you more about that as well. And riot has erupted in drought-stricken central Algeria over water shortages in the Tiaret, a central Algerian city of less than 200,000 located 155 miles, that's 250 kilometers southwest of Algiers. Protesters were wearing balaclavas and demonstrating. Did the government actually steal their water? That is the question. We'll be back with you. Stay tuned. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other stories as well, Zuma's party seeks to hold parliament election. We'll be looking into that as well. It's quite an interesting one there. What is happening? Will they be able to form a unity government, or as they were trying to say there? We'll be looking into that. And poor paid doctors and nurses flee Africa for Canada. Well, that is in Cameroon. Let's see what is happening there. We'll be telling you more about that as well. Now moving on straight to Ghana as well. Containers at the port contain only mosquito nets. Health Ministry to Global Fund. What are they saying? Are they alluding that they were shipping something else? And as those things, are the containers being checked at all? If people think that, well, where were they carrying? Well, I'll be telling you more about all that. In 2024 election, Bagwin initiates moves to engage EC, flag bearers, others for a peaceful election. Well, it's easier said than done, as I've said. On the ambulance case, court has fixed the 13th of June to rule on objection against tendering of JAPA. JAPA's evidence of that audio conversation. But we'll see what happens. Well, if that can actually tilt or bring a doubt in the results, why not? Well. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Help me finish case swiftly. Ambulance case judge likens Atoforsin to SHS. Well, lots more going to be coming away from there, but it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. In other parts of the world as well, Hamas seeks complete halt to war in Gaza as proposal response. The groups told the BBC that it still required a commitment to a permanent ceasefire. And then Israel and Hamas have been placed on UN list for violating children's rights. But what can they actually do? It's like now the UN even has become a toothless bulldog, barking but cannot bite. All right. Now, Biden vows to respect guilty verdict in son's gun trial. But what is going to be the impact of this verdict on his bid to become for his second term as the president of the U.S.? We'll be looking into that as well. Haiti forms new government as gang violence persists. There are some stories making the rounds there. And starting pioneer Akira Endo dies aged 90 years. So coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now moving on to the UK as well. Today, the Green Party is also launching its manifesto, which is allegedly have been launched. But I'll be telling you more about that. Green Party launches manifesto with pledge to boost NHS budget and raise taxes. The party says it will spend 50 billion a year more on health and social care funded by wealth taxes and national insurance rises. But, well, what do you call them? Labour say they're not going to be increasing taxes. Well, is there non-doms and all those bits that they're going to be using. Now, Chris Mason, Sunaki and Conservatism in 76 pages. You want to know more about that, don't go away. But UK economy failed to grow during wet April. Well, how has that impacted the interest rate? They're going to tell you more about that. And Labour pledges to fix 1 million potholes a year in England. Well, I think they need to give me a contract to help them do that as well. And then in other stories, a man has been charged after objects were thrown at Nigel Farage on his campaign trail. I'll be telling you more about all that in a moment. It's now 11 minutes past the top of the hour. Now let's go enjoy some music before we continue with all the other stories, the details of them. But it's a round from Everlasting to Everlasting by Pastor Theodora Gospel. Enjoy it and I'll be with you. Stay tuned.
We bow before King of kings, Lord of lords, we worship you and lift you high. Your kingdom spreads from age to age, from everlasting to everlasting. There is no one like you. We worship you. Lord, we worship.
This is Starr Radio UK.
The creator who was not created, king who has no successor, flower that never fades. Abba Father, we worship you. Thy kingdom come. Oh Lord, we call you Emmanuel. You are the first and the last, the Alpha and Omega, and the last. When we bow down and worship you, and we lift you high, and lift you high. Kingdom spread from age to age, everlasting, to everlasting. There is no one like you. We worship you. Lord, we worship you. You're the King who reigns forever. Kingdom spread from age to age, everlasting, to everlasting. Beyond the earth there is no one. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, nobody like you, Jesus. Lord, we worship you. Lift you high. There is no one. Like you. We worship you. Lord, we worship you. Lift you
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 19 minutes past the top of the hour. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And it's now time for the details of the stories making their rounds. Let's kick it off from Nigeria, where Nigerians are celebrating Democracy Day today. Now, I did talk about, some excerpts from the president speech this morning. So, my fellow Nigerians, let me begin by congratulating all of us for witnessing the celebration of another Democracy Day, the 12th day of June 2024. This year also marks our nation's 25 years of uninterrupted democratic governance. On this day, 31 years ago, we entered our rites of passage to become a true and enduring democratic society. Now, going through this passage was hard and dangerous. During the fateful 6 years that followed, we fought and struggled for our natural rights as human beings put on this earth by the divine hand of our Creator. Now, we lost great heroes and heroines along the way. In this struggle, the winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, Chief MKO Abiola, the most significant symbol of our democratic struggle, his wife, Kudirat General Shehu, Kudirat, and General Shehu Musa Yaradua, and Pa Alfred Rowani, among others, sacrificed their very lives. They bravely surrendered their future so that our nation might have a better one. It goes on further to say, let us honor the memories of Chief Anthony and Nahoro, Chief Abraham Adesanya, Commodore Dan Suleiman, Chief Ata Nwako, Chief Chukum Emeka Eziefi, Admiral Ndubuzi Kano, Chief Frank Kokori, Chief Bola Ige, Chief Adekunle Ajasin, Chief Ganiyu Dawudu, Chief Ayo Fasami, Chief Gani Fayemi, Chief Olabiyi Durajai, Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti, Chima Obani, and others who have transited into the to the higher realm. The sacrifice of General Alami Akinrande, Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, Professor Wole Soyinka, Chief Rav Abioha, Chief Cornelius Adebayo, among many others, will never be forgotten. For at least 6 years, they bore the pains and difficulties of life in exile. While the exile pro-democracy activists kept the fire burning, their comrades at home sustained the pressure on the military brass hats. Among the latter are Olisha Agbakoba, Femi Falana, Abdul Oro, Senator Shehu Sani, Governor Uba Sani, Chief Olu Falai, and other National Democrats coalition leaders such as Chief Ayo Adebanjo and Chief Ayo Obadokun. That the sacrifices they made and the precious gift brought about their selfless devotion can never be repaid, neither shall it be forgotten. We could not have won the battle against military dictatorship without the irrepressible Nigerian journalists who mounted the barricades along with the pro-democracy activists. We celebrate them today, along with the media establishments such as The Punch, The Guardian, National Concord, Tribune, The News Tempo, and Tell magazines. Military authorities proscribed this media establishment and jailed their journalists for standing for free speech and civil liberty. Now, despite the later might of the military government, what appeared to be high and unyielding walls of dictatorship came tumbling down. This dismal fortress exists no longer. The power of an idea, the power of the people, proved more potent than at all the guns and munitions, the munitions and the threats of the strong men. The nation exited the yoke of military rule in 1999 to become the most populous democracy on the African soil, the beacon of democratic self-determination for the black race and one of the largest democracies in the world. This change stands as a pivotal moment in human history. From the change, we shall never turn, nor shall the annals of mankind's progress forget the sublime meaning of this great moment. Today, 25 years later, we celebrate the silver anniversary of our journey in democracy. We have studied the course. Democracy is neither a foreign nor abstract concept devoid of real-life meaning for us. Neither can we afford to reduce or minimize it by being nothing but the mere holding of periodic elections where one candidate and party outdo another. While elections attract dramatic attention, they are but one aspect of democracy. Now, democracy is a way of life that encompasses a broad outlook of what elections are, but a part. As such, a nation can have elections without being democratic, but a nation cannot be truly democratic without holding elections. That is a strong one there. That we have established a tradition of holding transparent, open, and fair elections gives credence to our democratic bearings. That we have experienced peaceful transition of government affirms our democratic temperament. Fellow Nigerians, true democracy shines its light into the daily lives of the people who live under its nurturing wings. It affords us the freedom and liberty to think as we want, live where we want, and pursue whatever legitimate endeavor that suits us. Democracy does not assume some false or forced unity of opinion. In fact, democracy assumes that conflicting ideas and differing opinions shall be the order of the day. Given the diversity and variety of the human experience, there must be diverse perspectives and viewpoints. Now, what democracy demands is that we do not resolve differences through force and repression, but we make allowances for legitimacy of view that differ from our own. Now, where other forms of government impose against the will of the people, democracy aims to make leaders sufficiently humble that they couldn't. Let me take it again. Where other forms of government impose against the will of the people, democracy aims to make leaders sufficiently humble that they conduct themselves as servants of the common good, not as viceroys of the narrow interests of the mighty. My dear compatriots, Nigeria faced a decision of untold gravity 25 years ago, whether to veer towards a better destination or continue aimlessly in the fog of dictatorship. We made the right choice then. We must continue with the choice now. As Nigerians, we must remind ourselves that no matter how complicated democracy may be, it is the best form of governance in the long run. We must also be aware that there are those among us who will try to exploit current challenges to undermine, if not destroy, this democracy for which so much has already been given. And it goes on further to say, these people do this not to make things better, but to subject all other people and things to their control and dominance until that point. If you are not counted among their elite, then your life will be small and no longer owned by you. This is the great battle of our day. And the major reason we especially celebrated this Democracy Day, fellow Nigerians, our democracy is more than a historical fact. It is a living, breathing reality. The true meaning of this day is not to focus solely on the great deeds of the past that have brought us to this point. Yes, we pay eternal honor to those who laid down their lives, sacrificing everything to pave the way for the nation. He says, I stand uniquely placed in this regard. I was among those who took the risk to midwife the birth of our democracy. I am now a direct and obvious beneficiary of the fruits of those historic efforts. As president of this nation, I am morally and constitutionally bound to preserve this precious form of governance. I vow to do my utmost best to protect your rights, freedoms, and liberties as citizens of Nigeria. But when we talk about democracy, we're talking about the rule of law. But when it happens that government does not seem to adhere to the rule of law, then it's quite something else, right? But I'm not sure about what is happening or what the president is saying on that front. I'm not sure about that. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:29. Let me quickly just hop on some of the stories there. Well, the ruling All Progressive Congress on Tuesday faulted former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and his People's Democratic Party for blaming President Bola Tinubu for the current economic hardships in the country. In two separate statements issued in Abuja on Tuesday to commemorate Nigeria's Democracy Day, celebrated annually on 12th of June, both Atiku and PDP slammed Tinubu for the hyperinflation rocking the economy, warning that the reaction of hungry people is better imagined. The PDP candidate also urged the president to listen to the masses and review his policies, which he said were making it extremely difficult for citizens to afford basic necessities of life. Still on the Democracy Day, the 2023 presidential candidate for the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has called on the masses and political leaders to respect and protect the institutions of a democratic state by obeying the governing laws of the state and being accountable to the people. Obi, in a series of tweets on X today, said democracy was beyond elections, but fulfilling the responsibilities of responsible governance as contained in the Constitution. His comments comes on the heels of the 2024 celebrations, the Democracy Day on June 12th in Nigeria. According to him, the creation of a true society for democracy to thrive is possible. As our dear nation marks Democracy Day today, commemorating 25 years of striving to be a democratic country, the fundamental question for all of us remains, are we truly democratic? As we build a new Nigeria, these tenets shall be the pillars of our true democracy. It is possible, he added. The former presidential candidate also lamented some of the ratings which he said were indications that the nation is not truly democratic. Well, if you're listening to me, do you think Nigeria is democratic enough? Or they are not there yet? Okay. Then, let me tell you about one other story. Move on from there. Diageo, the beverage company for Guinness Nigeria, has exited Nigeria, joining a growing list of multinational organizations that have recently left the country. A filing sent to the Nigerian Exchange Limited on Tuesday by Guinness Nigeria stated that Tolaram has agreed to acquire Diego's 58.2% shareholding in Guinness Nigeria PLC, and is also expected to enter into a long-term license and royalty agreement for the continued production of the Guinness brand and its locally manufactured Diego ready-to-drink and mainstream spirits brand. The transaction is expected to be completed during the fiscal 2025 subject to obtaining the requisite regulatory approvals in Nigeria. On completion of this transaction, Guinness Nigeria will remain listed on the floor of the NGX and subject to a regulatory approval. Tolaram will launch a mandatory takeover offer in compliance with local law requirements. Now, this development underscores the increasingly challenging business environment in Nigeria, characterized by economic instability, regulatory hurdles, and security concerns. Diego's departure follows similar moves by other significant players in various industries, indicating broader issues that are making Nigeria less attractive to the international business industry giants like Procter and Gamble, GlaxoSmithKline, Kimberly-Clark, Pernod Richard, and Unilever have already stated their exit, blaming it on unfavorable conditions. For example, Kimberly-Clark, maker of Huggies diapers and Kotex feminine care products, stated that it will be closing its facility due to declining production and difficult economic conditions, whilst Procter and Gamble explained that its decision to exit was due to a challenging business environment as well as the difficulty in creating US dollar value. According to the economic experts, the exit of such companies can have substantial implications for the local economy, including job losses, reduced foreign investment, and potential decline in consumer confidence. In a report titled Strategic Resilience, Sailing Through Business Disruptions by Cardinal Stone, analysts noted that fast-moving consumer goods industry is acutely vulnerable to fluctuations in the commodity prices, exchange rate, and costs associated with import duties and freight. The critical exacerbating factor exacerbating the situation is the significant depreciation of the naira from 422 naira per dollar in June 2023. Naira plummeted to 951.94. Okay, so those are some of the stories making the rounds from Nigeria this morning. Democracy Day, how do you see it? Do you think it's something worth celebrating? Somebody will say, yeah, why not? If it's worth celebrating, we'll celebrate it, right? Good. All right then. Now let's move on to the sad story that came out yesterday. The Malawi government said on Wednesday that Vice President Saulus Chilema will be honored with a state funeral after he died in a plane crash along with 8 other people. President Lazarus Chakwera had already announced 21 days of national mourning on Tuesday when the wreckage of the small military plane carrying Chilema and former First Lady was discovered in a mountainous area in the country's north. Now, flags will fly at half-staff across the southern African nation during the period of mourning. Chakwera has appointed a ministerial committee to oversee preparations for Chilema's state's funeral. The government said in a statement, no date was announced. Now, Chakwera previously said there were 10 people on the plane, but the government now says that a total of 9 were on board when it crashed. Now, everyone was killed on the impact when the twin propeller aircraft went down in the hilly forested area in bad weather. The president said the victims included former First Lady Chanel Zimbiri, the ex-wife of former Malawian President Bikili Muluzi. 6 passengers and 3 military crew members were also killed. The plane was carrying Chilema and members of his staff on a short flight from the capital, Lilongwe, to the northern city of Muzuzu to attend a funeral of a former government minister when it went missing on Monday. Now, the president said the air traffic controller controllers had told the plane not to land in Muzuzu because of bad weather and poor visibility and to return to Lilongwe. Air traffic controllers then lost contact with the plane and it disappeared from radar. Hundreds of soldiers, police officers and forest rangers searched for more than 24 hours before the wreckage was discovered in the forest plantation south of Mzuzu. The remains of victims were brought back to Lilongwe on a Zambian Air Force helicopter on Tuesday night, when officials and mourners, including Chakwera and Chilema's wife, Mary, gathered at an airport. The bodies of Chilema and others were transported from the airport in ambulances as soldiers lined the tarmac and saluted. We say, may their souls rest in perfect peace. Well, a sad picture of the wife of the vice president in mourning there. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Okay, Starr Radio UK. Well, because of time, so let's kick on. Let's plow through it. Now, South Africa's third biggest political party, led by President Jacob Zuma, has filed legal papers seeking to hold the first sitting of parliament scheduled for Friday to elect the country's president. Now, Zuma's Nkonto with Sizwe party has said none of its 58 newly elected lawmakers will attend the sitting. The party earlier filed objections with the Independent Electoral Commission alleging widespread irregularities in the national elections last month. The party received just over 14% of the vote. The party, also known as MK, has not publicly offered evidence to back its allegations. The commission has said it had addressed all objections. The legal challenge now asks the Constitution Court to set aside the Commission's decision to declare the election free and fair and to order the President to call another election. The election saw the ruling African National Congress Party lose its majority in Parliament for the first time since taking power 3 decades ago at the end of the apartheid era. The ANC now seeks to form a government of national unity with various opposition parties. The outcome of those talks will determine who Parliament chooses as South Africa's president. President Ramaphosa, Zuma's rival, is seeking a re-election for a second term. Well, so let's see what happens on that front. But this is all coming your way from Starr Radio, okay? Your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly what? Okay. Just bear with me. Feeding me with information, but I need to check them out before I put them in the public domain. But, well, so that is happening in South Africa, in other parts of Africa as well. Riots have erupted in Algerian desert city last weekend after months of water shortages left taps running dry and forced residents to queue to access water for their households. In Tiaret, a central Algerian city of less than 200,000 located 155 miles southwest of Algiers, protesters wearing balaclavas set tires aflame and set up makeshift barricades blocking roads to protest their water being rationed, according to pictures and videos circulating on social media. The unrest followed a demand from President Mdumaji Tebboune to rectify the suffering. At the Council of Ministers meeting last week, he implored his cabinet to implement emergency measures in Tiaret. Several government ministers were later sent to ask for an apology from their population and to promise that access to drinking water will be restored. The result comes as Tebboune is expected to vie for a second term as president of the oil-rich nation, Africa's largest by area. Now, Northern Africa has been among the world's worst hit regions by climate change. A multi-year drought has drained critical reservoirs and reduced the amount of rainfall that has historically replenished them. The region, located on a semi-high desert plateau, increasingly plagued by extreme heat, gets its water from 3 dammed reservoirs that are shrinking as temperatures spike and less rain falls. The reservoirs have become less functional due to death of volume and are reduced to 20% of their capacity, agriculture engineer Saeed Kurat has said. Now, the region groundwater aquifers have for years not been able to recharge due to an absence of rain, he added. Now, Algeria's long-term solution will be to pipe water from larger dams further north and south from Tiaret and shift to alternative supplies, including desalination plants that the country has heavily invested in. And desalination is using the seawater to do the business. Well, so if that is going to do it, why not? Why not? I remember back in the day in Ghana, the former president or the NDC government did that for, is it Teshinungwa area where they were suffering, they were having that problem. And then the MPP came and shut the whole thing down. As whether those people, inhabitants or people, residents of that area are now getting water, I'm not very sure about all that. But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, moving on to Ghana as well. The Health Ministry has dispelled claims that Global Fund containers at the Tema port contains essential drugs for tuberculosis and HIV/AIDS. It follows a looming health crisis as the Global Fund has moved to halt the provision of any form of funding to Ghana by the end of June 2024 should the government fail to clear about 120 containers of essential drugs at the port. Ghana has already run out of TB medications as health facilities are currently rationing TB medications to patients since May 2023. The government has also been able to clear about 60 of their containers since April. Now, the remaining containers are part of the 266 containers of essential drugs donated by the Global Fund at a cost of $40 million. The government is only required to cater for the taxes, levies, and port charges for the clearance of the commodities, which was estimated as at $3.6 million. Speaking this morning, the public relations officer for the Health Ministry, Isaac Affairs, stated that the containers contain only mosquito nets and not essential drugs as claimed by the Coalition of Civil Society of Organization. Hopefully, we clear the containers by next week. We have only mosquito nets at the port and not HIV and TB drugs. HIV and TB drugs were cleared last April. We still get donations from Global Fund for all the drugs we received this year. Processes are far advanced to clear almost all of them, except for the mosquito net that we have there, but we hope to clear it by next week. We need mosquito nets because it is part of our preventative system, so we don't end up increasing malaria cases in the country, he added. But the lead convener of the coalition in HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria, Mr. Ernest Otson, says the claims are false and an insult to Ghanaians. Meanwhile, despite numerous assurances by the government, they will still proceed with their picketing on June 25. The situation has led to needless loss of lives as crucial or critical drugs are wasted away at the detriment of patients in dire need of them. So, when you talk about democracy, when you talk about the rule of law, But when you see people being cagey about everything of the sort, now what do you think about that? Well, the GHS, the Ghana Health Service, has launched mass drug administration for 6.2 million Ghanaians to eradicate river blindness or elephantiasis. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there. So let's see what the health minister does. But before we move on to other parts of the world, now Baldwin has initiated moves to engage EC flag bearers and others for a peaceful election. Now, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Baldwin, is leading the legislature to take steps to engage stakeholders in ensuring a free and fair 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections come December 7, 2024. The move, according to the Speaker, is to avert any breaches of the peace, stability of the country as a result of a disputed election, in which, in his welcome address to MPs after returning from the break, Alban Baldwin revealed the team from Parliament, together with a prominent member of the clergy, members of the clergy, will be engaging the EC, police, National Security Council, presidential candidates, party executives, among others, all geared towards a peaceful poll. The EC chairperson, Mrs. Jane Adukwe-Mensah, according to the Speaker, has expressed her willingness to avail herself to such engagement. Now, Baldwin, however, warned the worst might be in store for the country if immediately steps are not taken, given the troubles of voter registration and transfer exercise. The Speaker declared soldiers are not needed at voting centers on December 7, arguing that job must be left to the police. Minority Leader Dr. Kessel Atufosin, on his part, asked the House to summon the EC chairperson over the challenges of the voter registration and voter transfer exercise. The Majority Leader Alex Afenyo-Markin, on his part, however, argued even though the EC has not been perfect, its performance is an improvement on what existed in the past. Interesting, right? Yeah. Listeners, this is Starr Radio, okay? We're coming to the tail end of the program and going to other parts of the world. The US says it's evaluating the Hamas response to the latest proposal for a Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal. The Palestinian armed group said it was ready to deal positively with the process, but stressed the need for Israel to agree to a permanent ceasefire. Now, Israel's government has not commented, but an anonymous Israeli official said Hamas' response amounted to a rejection. Now, meanwhile, the U.S. Secretary of State is heading to Qatar, which, along with the U.S. and Egypt, is acting as a mediator to try and push the plan forward. Anthony Blinken said on Tuesday that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had reaffirmed his commitment to the deal and that Hamas will be to blame if there was no progress. However, Mr. Netanyahu has not publicly endorsed the proposal which U.S. President Joe Biden said had been offered by Israel when he outlined it 12 days ago. A brief statement confirmed Hamas had given an official response to the latest ceasefire plan, which has garnered broad international support and was endorsed by the UN Security Council on Monday. This reiterated a demand for what Hamas called a complete halt of the ongoing aggression against Gaza and full withdrawal of Israel forces from the Palestinian Authority. Of course, with the what has happened there, I don't think Hamas will be thinking or willing to go on any part of that sort anytime pretty soon. But well, you might not know what is at the back of the minds of people. And with the far right groups in the war government or coalition in Israel at the moment, Do you think they are going to accept that? Because they want to actually just quash the whole thing. Yesterday I was talking about it, and one of them was even of the view that they should, Gazans or Palestinians should voluntarily leave that place. Let me say good morning to Bishop Adeshina Adeyemo. Hello. I hope you are doing very well, sir. Yes, and having a good day. How is the Democracy Day going today? And what lessons have been learned? And is Nigeria actually practicing true democracy? As some of them are saying, well, my bishop. Yes. All right then. So moving on to some of the other stories making the rounds in the U.S. as well. U.S. President Joe Biden has said he will respect a jury decision to find his son guilty of gun crimes after a week-long trial that laid bare a tumultuous time for the family. The 12-person jury found Hunter Biden, 54, guilty of lying about his drug use and on a form while purchasing a handgun in 2018. He faces possible jail time following the verdict, which marked the first criminal prosecution of a sitting president's child. His conviction on all three felony counts comes as President Biden campaigns for re-election in November, and less than 2 weeks after his election rival Donald Trump was himself convicted of a crime in New York. Now, while President Biden did not attend the trial in Delaware, many family members, including First Lady Jill Biden, did so regularly. Hunter Biden's wife, sister, and uncle were all present at times to support him during the proceedings. Now, President Biden flew to Wilmington, Delaware after the verdict, where he greeted and hugged his son on the tarmac. I am the president, but I am also a dad. Jill and I love our son, and we are so proud of the man he is today, he said in a statement. Mr. Biden added that he would accept the outcome of this case and continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal. Now, President Biden earlier ruled out pardoning his son, whose trial aired embarrassing details as prosecutors sought to show he was using crack cocaine at the time he bought the guns. Well, my bishop says that from theological perspective, the Israel-Hamas war is allegory of World War III and will end in 2027, September. Wow, mark my words. Oh boy. Well, if Bishop says that, I don't take it with a pinch of salt, because I know who he is and I know his words that I've been spoken about things, and it's the way he analyzes it, because it's good in theology as well. My bishop, thank you very, very much. Listeners, that is information for you. That is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. We have got only about 5 minutes to run up the program this morning to take you on the campaign trail. But wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Well, Haitians are saying this. A new government has been formed in Haiti as it tries to restore order in violence-ravaged nation. The new cabinet completely replaces all the ministers from the government of the former Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who was forced to step down earlier this year by gangs which control large swaths of Haiti. The announcement of the new cabinet comes 2 weeks after the country's transitional government council appointed Gary Connell as interim prime minister. He will also take on the role of interior minister, according to a decree published in Haiti. The formation of a cabinet in Haiti is a further sign of efforts to bring back some political stability to a nation racked by violence and uncertainty for many months. The Transitional Council appointed people to allow to all the key cabinet positions and their ministers. A spokeswoman has also confirmed there. My bishop, thank you very much for that one information as well. My listeners, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, on the campaign trail, come the 4th of July, well, the election is going to be taking place here in the UK. So 3 weeks on. Well, let's see what is going to happen. But well. A man on a mission, Nigel Farage, had another challenge on his campaign trail. A man has been charged with using threatening behavior after objects were thrown at the Reformed UK Party leader Nigel Farage. The incident occurred while Mr. Farage was on an open top bus campaigning in Barnsley, South Yorkshire on Tuesday. Now, police said Josh Greeley, 28, had been charged with using threatening, abusive, insulting words and behavior with intent to cause fear. He has been released on bail to appear before Barnsley's magistrate court on June 26th. A man in a red hoodie could be seen shouting from a construction area before reaching into a bucket and throwing objects, both of which missed. Mr. Farah, speaking while campaigning in Ashfield, Nottinghamshire, said the incident was pretty nasty. So as to whether it were concrete stuff that he was throwing or not, we're not very sure. Politicians from other parties have condemned the intimidation of electoral candidates. Now, Stephanie Peacock, Labour's parliamentary candidate for Barnsley South, said, "Intimidation has no place in our politics. I condemn the violence we saw in Barnsley Town Centre," she said. Home Secretary James Cleverly said, "Intimidation and violence do not have a place in our politics," adding these actions should be condemned by everyone. Following the incident, Mr. Farage said he will not be bullied or cowed by people who want to stop his election campaign. That's never going to happen, he posted on X. The recent incident comes after Victoria Thomas Bowen, 25, was charged with assault after throwing a milkshake over the Clacton-on-Sea candidate last week. She is due to appear at the Colchester Magistrate Court on the 2nd of July, charged with assault by beating and criminal damage. Okay? But he says that doing so is not part of democracy, which I agree with him. But he said we have to make sure that we protect our democracy. So when people have got dissenting views, do we tolerate it as we're supposed to, or we all see them as yay, and then we want to use other ways and means to actually make our voices heard? Is that what is happening? Intimidating people? Well. When people want referendum, we don't allow them. We try to use all ways. As I say, ways and means. But this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, okay, now, riot broke out of protests in Lagos amid heavy security presence against illegal detainees who protest against Nigeria's draconic economic policies. Those are some of the stories making the rounds in Nigeria there as well from my Bishop Adesina. He says, today is an iron of democracy day. Nigeria practice plutocracy. It's an irony, right? Yes, it is. Okay, here there are only two men who realistically can enter Downing Street on the morning after the general election: Rishi Sunak or Keir Starmer. Now, listen to the Conservative messaging today, though. You could be forgiven by thinking that there is only one possibility: Labour victory. At least that was what is being signaled by Grant Shapps, the Defence Secretary. In an interview with the Times Radio this morning, Mr. Shapps made the obligatory vow to fight for every single seat in the country. And yes, he stressed that the polls have been wrong before and that no one's cast a vote yet, so we can't say that the polls are right or 100%. But beyond these caveats, Mr. Shapps focused on warning not only of the possibility of a Labour victory, but a large one. Now, it goes over to say, you want to make sure that in this next government, whoever forms it, there is a proper system of accountability, he said. You don't want to have somebody receive supermajority. In this case, of course, the concern will be that if Keir Starmer were to go into number 10, and that power was in some way unchecked, it will be very bad news for people in this country. Now, pressed on whether he was effectively conceding defeat with more than 3 weeks to go until polling day, Mr. Shah said, I think it's perfectly legitimate to say the country doesn't function well when you get majorities the size of Tony Blair's. Well. What do you think about that? Well, are they counting their chickens before they are hatched? Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. One more story, and then I'll bring the program to a close, and we can take you to on the campaign trail with the various political parties. Well. The Green Party is launching its manifesto with plans to boost health and social care spending by £50 billion a year. Now, it says the party will raise national insurance to 8% on people earning over 50,270. So, if you are earning that, be ready that if the Green Party wins, which we know that will be a very long wait. Now, they will also introduce a 1% wealth tax on assets over 10 million and a 2% on over 1 billion. Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Grant Shapps highlights conservative concern at Labour winning a supermajority at the general election, warning of unchecked power. As I did say earlier on, Keir Starmer says he isn't complacent, but says if you want change, you have to vote for it. So if you want change, you have to listen to it. You want change, you have to contribute to it. And how do you contribute? By adding your voice to the discussions whenever we come your way, as my bishop had done this morning. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today, the Wednesday edition of the morning show, finishing at 12 o'clock, but we've gone over it. But before I go, let me bring you this announcement, and then we'll move on from there. The Faith Revival Assembly is presenting a free to worship program. It will the guests on it are Reverend Bruce Gatti, aka Uncle Ato, and Minister Ken and Cheshire. Also ministering at the FRA Choir and Global Temple Choir of the Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries. The dates are the 22nd of June from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and the 23rd of June, which is a Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event is happening right at the Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road, the post in Croydon, postcode CR02EA. The event is being hosted by Reverend and Lady Reverend Annan. Okay, then to the final one this morning, and that is the Lady to Lady Conference taking place. Let me say good morning to, good afternoon now to Pastor Sandra. Yes, the boss lady herself. Okay. And Lady to Lady Conference, theme Clothed in Grace, the 15th annual event taking place on Saturday, the 15th of June, at the Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall in Croydon. The postcode is CR91DG. For further information, just scan the QR code on the broadcast, or go to www.ladytoladyglobal.org. Doors will be open at 10 a.m. The theme, Clothed in Grace. Be part of it, and you will not regret. Some of the performers there will be Ada Ehin, a renowned gospel artist from Nigeria as well. So on that note, let me say thank you very much for joining us on this edition of the morning show. I will sign off, but I will bring you this tune before I go. And this is from Ajabia. And she says, these are crazy times. Of course they are. So keep your eyes open. Watch out. Enjoy. When that song ends, you don't hear from me. It's been me, Archie, saying, have a top of the day, and bye-bye for now.
You've done it again.
Alright. Give up now, just get up and go. Tougher situations down me, it's looking like we'll fit on no time low. But there's plenty time to go. See, these are crazy times, I know. But hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no. The sun will surely come out. We will be alright. We will be alright. showing how the odds have been against you. But you dare to keep on going. Every day is a blessing, life is for living. You've got this fast and strong, and you bring the fire, yes, you inspire. You're why I wrote this song. These are crazy times, I know, so hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no. The sun will surely come out. We will be alright. We will be alright. We will be alright. We will be alright. The sun will come out. We will be alright. Don't you give up. Don't you worry on it.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening.